Hi, I saw a post on Reddit that said that it took 90 minutes prep time to make Seitan. And I commented that it takes me about 2 minutes and said maybe I should make a video. So I'm going to make a video. It's going to be, sorry about the lighting and whatever, sound quick and dirty. So I'm going to make a whole stew to show how I make my famous no packaging vegan stew in my pressure cooker. So I'm starting off with split peas. Yeah, I'm just going to go back and forth. Putting the split peas into the pressure cooker container. Split peas from bulk. Put some water in it. Sorry, this will just take a second. Then I'm going to put in starchy vegetable, which in this case is going to be some carrots. Don't have to cut it up that well because the pressure cooker cooks it pretty well. I don't measure this stuff out. If the proportions are off, then it just ends up with a different type of soup. I washed these a little bit before. I don't wash them too. I don't like scrub them. And the pressure cooker, well, it cooks everything. The co-op where I shop on 4th Street had a bunch of ginger that they were giving away because it was, I don't know, bruised or something, so I got it for free. And I like ginger with carrots. After this, the next step is going to be the seitan. Hope I'm not doing this too slow. But I also want to point out that it's very simple to make this famous no packaging vegan stew. I'll probably put a link to it. More ginger than I normally put in, but it tastes good, so why not? Okay, now the seitan. I have here wheat gluten that I get from the store. The first time I ever did this, I did it with starting from wheat berries. So here's what I do. For this amount, 3 heaping teaspoons. That should be a good amount. Then I have some soy sauce. This is an old container that I refill from bulk. So the container is years and years old. And I just go and refill it because they have soy sauce by the pound at the co-op where I shop. All right, so that put a little soy sauce in, then I put a little water in. And then I stir it until it forms that little goop. I just eyeball it, but eventually you see it forms this, I don't know what you call it. It's a dough, I guess. So if I put in too little water, then you see all that, there's still stuff there, so I gotta put a little bit more. I'll just keep doing this until okay, so it's a little moist. Actually, I'll just show you. If it's a little moist, I just put it back. I just get a little more in, like that. And let the powder absorb the water. All right. And then I chop little bits. They stick to each other, so I got to keep them a little apart. And then I just throw them in the water. Normally I put a green leafy vegetable in there. I don't have a green leafy vegetable right now. Just having gone shopping, but the stew will taste good anyway. And it's winter time, and I only buy local stuff, so the farmers markets don't have a whole lot of green leafy stuff. But I have my sauerkraut that's been fermenting, so I'll have some effectively, what do you call it? Cabbage. Then I'll put a little barley in, sorry, I think this is buckwheat actually. Kind of eyeball it. Now I unplug the pressure cooker when I'm not using it because it's got this, I don't like all the glowing light. There. That was all the prep time for making the seitan in my stew. I'll stop recording now, and I'll probably, after this is done cooking for 4 minutes, well, it has to warm up and then cook for 4 minutes. I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. All right, it's a couple of minutes later. The pressure cooker just finished, and I always put on a bit of nutritional yeast. So I also get that in bulk, something like a 1/4 cup. Then for flavor, I also put in a little bit of salt, I don't know, like a 1/4 teaspoon, some cumin, some turmeric. Also, all this stuff is from bulk. And now see how this is bruised, this jalapeno, so I got it free, so I got some jalapeno to put in. You know what, I'll put in also some whole peppercorns. All right, so that's the spices. Now let me get the stew. So I don't know how well you can see it, but these are the pieces of seitan, kind of like little chicken nuggets, I guess. And I put the spices in, stir it up. Looks pretty good to me. So this one I could have put in a little bit more water. So this is a little more stewy, a little less soupy. I'll put the jalapeno in. Now the jalapeno could, if I put that in before pressure cooking, the flavor all gets lost. After the pressure cooking, nice and spicy. Same bowl I made it in before. Put it in. In the summer, I would top it with something like red peppers, but here I got some chopped onions that I chopped while it was cooking. And you notice there's no oil in there, so I like to top it with chopped nuts. And let me make sure that I have in here some seitan. So just out of the pressure cooker, it might be a little too hot to put in my mouth, but I mean, the length of this video is the prep time to make, and the ingredients in here is all from bulk. It's probably a couple dollars worth of food, several meals worth to eat. Super nutritious, super delicious. Where's that seitan? Here's a piece of seitan if you can see it. Not sure if you can. I don't eat meat, so I can't say if it tastes like meat. Oh, sorry, it's hot. But the texture is chewy, kind of meaty. You know the flavor, you know the nutrition profile. So there we go. I made a whole pressure cooked stew in the time of this video. Enjoy.